Good morning, boys and girls. Miss Rivera here. Do you guys remember when we read the story, Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes? Can you tell me something you remember happened in our story? Yes, Pete the Cat definitely did love his white shoes. Anyone else? That's right. Pete's shoes changed colors. They went from white to red to blue to brown to wet and back to white. Good memory. Well, today we're going to use our imagination. Do you know what it means to use your imagination? That's right. It means we get creative and we pretend. Kind of like when we play in the kitchen or when we pretend to be doctors. We're going to do the same thing. Only today, we're going to pretend to be Pete the Cat. And we also love our white shoes. Where would your shoes take you? Yes, your shoes would take you to the movies? I love going to the movies. Anyone else? The park? I love taking fun trips or long walks to the park. That sounds like so much fun. Well, today I'm going to read a poem and I want you to listen very carefully. I want you to find out or to figure out where I love to go with my two shoes. This poem is called Two Shoes. I have 2 feet. I have 2 laces. I have 2 shoes that take me places. My shoes love to run. My shoes love to explore. My shoes love taking walks by the seashore. Where do my shoes love taking me? Yes, the beach. I love taking walks by the seashore. Very good listening skills, boys and girls. Hey, speaking of things we love, do you know that cats love chasing mice? That's right, teeny tiny little mice. They're pretty fast. Did you know that? Well, I would like for you to stretch out your arms because we're going to do a few exercises. The first one is we're going to go like this with our hands and we're going to pretend that we have a great big cat in our hands. Okay? And then you're going to go like this with your hands and we have a wee little mouse. We also have a house and we can run really fast. Okay. We're going to do this together. The first time, I would love for you to listen carefully and watch what I do. The second time we do it, I would love for you to join me. All right, let's get started. The Great Big Cat. Here we go. The great big cat and the wee little mouse ran round and round in a high house. But the wee little mouse got caught at last, 'cause the great big cat ran around so fast. All right, great listening skills. Would you like to try it with me this time? Great, here we go. The great big cat and the wee little mouse ran round and round in a high house. But the wee little mouse got caught at last, 'cause the great big cat ran round so fast. That was awesome. Give yourself a pat on the back. You guys did amazing. Guess what? Just like in our finger play, The Great Big Cat, I also have a great big cat here. Does anybody recognize our friend? That's right, it's Pete the Cat. And I have 1. Can you help me count how many Pete the Cats I have? Great! 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good job counting, boys and girls. Now, I'd like you to observe. Does anybody know what the word observe means? You can take a guess if you'd like. Yes, observe means to look very carefully and notice some details about an object or a thing. So take a look at our Pete the Cat faces. We know we have how many? 5 Pete the Cat faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else you notice about our Pete faces? Yes, they're all different sizes. We have a small one. We have one that's a little bit larger. We have an even bigger one, bigger, and the biggest. Can you help me order or organize my Pete the Cat faces? How would you order these faces? Think about it for a minute. Use your thinking skills and observe. Would anyone like to share an idea or a thought? How do you think we can organize or order our Pete the Cat faces? Yes, we can order them from smallest to biggest. Let's get started. Which one of these would be the smallest? Yes, the one in the center. So how about we start with this one on the bottom, and we'll make them bigger as we go up. Which one would be next? Yes, that is correct. Great job. Would anyone else like to come up and place our third Pete the Cat face, our third biggest? Come on up. We're looking good. Next. And last. Wow, that looks amazing. Give yourself a pat on the back and a high five and a fist pump. Very good job, boys and girls. Great job figuring out how to order our Pete the Cat faces from smallest to biggest. I bet you all can figure out what I have in my handy dandy Soundtration basket. I'm gonna give you some clues and you can take some guesses as to what I have inside my bin. The first thing is round. It has a stem and you see it a lot around Halloween or the fall time. Can anybody take a guess? Yes, it is a pumpkin. Very, very good guess. The second thing in my Soundtration bin is green. It grows outside and it needs water to survive. Any guesses? Yes, why, it is a plant. A plant and a pumpkin so far in my Soundtration bin. The next thing, I love this one. This has 4 wheels. It makes a noise to let everybody know it's coming. And the people that drive it are called police officers. Can you take a guess? Why, yes, it's a police car. Very, very good guess. We have so far police car, plant, and a pumpkin. Are you noticing anything about our items in our bin? Any observations? Next, we have a beautiful animal. It's pink and it loves rolling around and playing in the mud. Anybody want to take a guess? Yes! A pig. Very good. Next, we have a friend that we met recently. And this friend is the color blue. This friend likes to wear shoes and jackets with buttons. And this friend likes to play guitar. Who could it be? That's right, it's our friend Pete the cat. And I especially love this picture because my son Benjamin drew it for us. He's an amazing artist, just like some of you. Next, we have a round, hard thing that we use mostly at dinner time or anytime we're going to have something to eat. Anybody want to guess what I have in my bin? That's right, it's a plate. Our next item is kind of like the color orange. It has an eraser and it has lead. We use it to write. Anybody want to take a guess? You guys have been very, very good at guessing. Why, yes, it is a ginormous pencil. Does anybody see what our items have in common? Let's review. We have a pumpkin. We have a pig, a plate, a plant, a police car, a ginormous pencil, and last but not least, our favorite new friend, Pete the cat. What do all of our items have in common? I bet you guys can figure it out since you're all such great listeners and since you all have been very observant. Any guesses? That's right. All of our items or objects start with the letter P. Very good job, boys and girls. Great job today, boys and girls. You guys rocked it. I think that deserves a round of applause. And why don't you pat yourself on the back and give yourself a high five and a fist pump because you rocked it today. All right, let's take a deep breath. And a meow, meow. And why don't we prowl on over to our seats for the next activity.